Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Q&A video answer segment type of video leading up to the second half of The Walking Dead Season 6. In this one, we're going to start with a question that was asked to me a while ago. We were talking about who could be cast as Negan. Somebody asked me, what are my thoughts on the inspiration for the character of Negan having been Henry Rollins? So this one's a little tricky to answer. Yeah, I've got some other questions for this afterwards, but I thought this one was really fun. I apologize I didn't write down the name of the person who asked me. You know who you are. So I did my research on this because I didn't know if it was true that he was actually based off of Henry Rollins. Of course, Negan being going to be the biggest villain in The Walking Dead. It's kind of cool to hear about where the character came from, or just how Kirkman came up with him, what happened. So this came from Charlie Adlard. He had said, and I've seen this quoted in the wiki and online in a few different sources, that Negan was inspired by Henry Rollins, real life person. If you guys know who Henry Rollins is, he was the lead singer for Black Flag. He's done comedy. He's been in like a bazillion movies now, even though he says he's not an actor. And he's quite the character. Let's just put it that way. He's just quite the character. He's quite the guy. He's quite the real life person. He's almost comic booky in who he is in real life, which is fun. So that's what Charlie Adlard said. I don't know 100% if it's for certain, but he's the artist. He knows Kirkman. Kirkman would have told him, okay, what does he look like when Charlie Adlard was doing the design, unless Kirkman drew a sketch for him first. Because apparently, according to Todd McFarlane, Kirkman's really good at art. I've seen some videos of him. He can draw really well. Probably even good enough to do his own art if he really wanted to. But, of course, he's doing the writing and he's doing all kinds of other stuff. So, according to Charlie Adlard, the artist, he was inspired by Henry Rollins, which is fun. So, I knew who Henry Rollins was, but I hadn't done that much research on him. So I put in a little bit of time, watched a whole bunch of videos on him online and stuff from Black Flag. The guy is absolutely hysterical, hilarious. He's got all kinds of stand-up he's done. You can watch it on YouTube. Just type in Henry Rollins, do a search, and there's concerts of him from Black Flag, and there's interviews where he'll do all kinds of crazy stuff. There's fist fights and all kinds of shit. This guy is what I watched on YouTube. This guy from the crowd, he's saying he's lead singer of Black Flag, right? So he comes out, he doesn't have his shirt on, he's all like feral and shit, and then this idiot in the crowd comes up and starts trying to like punch him or something like this. So then at first he's just doing it, he's just taking it like this, and then he just snaps and he's got the microphone in one hand, the other hand he just starts hammering this guy with left hooks until the guy's like like half out of it. He's like half unconscious. Okay, I'm good. I've had enough. He's really funny, man. So I think this one's legit, 100%. I think Charlie Adlard wasn't kidding. I think that Henry Rollins was the inspiration for the character of Negan in The Walking Dead, which is really fun. I've listened to a few of the Black Flag albums and stuff from back in the day with him, and they're pretty good actually. He's a pretty crazy guy, so check it out. It would have been cool to see him play, the character the character that's based off of him, because he is an actor and he can do that. But he's getting a little bit older now, that kind of deal, and he's obviously very busy. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He does concerts and all that stuff and stand up and everything, so maybe he wasn't interested. I wonder if they actually contacted him first and asked him if he wanted to do it, and he was probably like, "No, I can't," something like that. He's getting older too anyway, but it's really funny to check out. If he was in a zombie apocalypse, I can imagine he'd be exactly like Negan for the most part. Really strong, crazy leader, been through all kinds of crazy shit, but at the same time is able to bring people together, lead, be strong, and be very scary, very intimidating. And he is. So check it out, Henry Rollins, if you don't know who he is, you never heard of him. And write your comments below. Let me know what you guys think about him having inspired the character as Negan. I think it was a wise choice. He's also from Washington, D.C., by the way, too. So that's where, when I saw the location, I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because, of course, Negan and his group, the Saviors, Washington, that's where Henry Rollins grew up and everything and lived. So that's pretty funny. So he's like the ultimate badass. So check it out, and maybe listen to his stand-up and stuff. He did a really good one on Iggy Pop, which is funny. He's all kinds of funny stuff. But anyway, check it out if you're interested. I thought it was kind of fun that he was the person in real life that inspired Negan. So pretty fun. So yeah, so let's get into a few of your guys' other questions. Thought that was just kind of cool to touch on. And if any of you guys like Black Flag or listen to it, write in the comments below. I want to hear if any of you guys are into that stuff. It's kind of like crazy. I guess it's black metal type deal. Fun stuff. So I do like that style of music too, so it's fun. First one is from Riley Pettigrew, and he or she says, probably a she if it's Riley. Good day, Trev. I'd like to get your opinion on a couple of points regarding the Hilltop and the Kingdom. Do you think Carol will replace Maggie as leader of the Hilltop, and will we be introduced to Ezekiel in the television series? And he gets into some, some spoilers for the comic series, which I don't want to get into. But I'll answer your first question for you, Riley. I think we're probably going to see the Kingdom in season 7, season 6, second half for the Hilltop for sure. And so Carol replacing Maggie. Well, it seems like they're setting Maggie up to be the leader of it because they're having her cut her hair, that kind of deal. And she was with Deanna in that first 2. I do think Carol would be a great leader of a group. Some people have said, I wonder if Carol will become alpha or something. That'd be cool if she got kicked out of the group or something, or unjustly, and then she went out and became alpha. That would be cool to see. Next one's from Jeffrey Dean Negan, and he says, "Hey Tregan, do what Rick says, please. We need a reaction video to this comment section." I don't know what you guys want me to say about the comment section. It's ridiculous. I banned some of you guys, and you just come back with new names about Andrew Ortiz's whatever. I don't know what kind of rivalry you guys got going on there. Whatever you doing, whatever, do your thing. Don't hurt each other. Don't kill each other. And, no feelings hurt. Try not to hurt each other. Okay, I've had a few subscribers say, QQ, your comment section, this guy called me this or called me that. I'm unsubscribed. I'm like, what the hell do you want me to do about that? Somebody online talks shit to you, and I'm responsible for what someone else said to you? Really? I'm responsible for that? No, I don't think so. I can ban people. I can do that if I see nonsense, but, if they're not hurting anybody and they're just having some fun and making some jokes, that's fine with me. If I see any abusive comments or things like that, I'll start banning some people, but they just create new accounts anyway. So you got to have thicker skin like that than that. This is the internet, dudes. This is the internet. So people who are role playing, I don't mind as long as you don't, hurt anyone's feelings. So there it is. So, but I'm also not trying to be the hero here either because again, it's the internet. What do you expect? That's what it is. Next one's from Radical Z. He says, "Hey man, I have a question for your Q&A. Do you want an episode in the back half of Season 6 to be titled A Larger World? I'd be so excited if there's an episode titled A Larger World and Something to Fear." Well, I hope the finale is called Something to Fear because that would just be perfect. Make it one of my favorite episodes ever because, of course, it's one of my favorite trades. Out of the whole Walking Dead series, Something to Fear is one of the best trades for sure. I mean, it's got to be up there in the top 5 for sure. Maybe that's something I could do, top 5 best trades or something. Yeah, that'd be good. It should be up there for sure. So I'd like to see that. And A Larger World when we get to meet Paul Monroe as well too would be cool. Next one's from Dakota McVean. And she says, "Hey Trav, I wanted to ask if you've seen the show iZombie. When I first heard about the show, I thought it sounded like it was going to be terrible. But now that I've seen it, I think it was actually done really well. Thanks." So I reviewed the premiere of iZombie. I watched it. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's kind of fun. It's okay. Jess kind of likes it because it's got the good comic booky transitions and stuff like that, which is fun. But it's kind of one of those silly type of comic books. It's not like a superhero, but just kind of more silly and out there, So it's not bad. I don't like it as much as Gotham and shows like that, but there's a lot of these kind of CW, comic book shows now. There's DC's Legends of Tomorrow, there's Flash, there's Arrow. So they're making quite a few of them. And iZombie, it's okay for me. I do like it somewhat, but it's not, to me, it's not amazing. It's just decent. Next one's from Matthew McBride. He says, "Hey, Trav, I have a question for your upcoming Q&As. I know you hate to have to keep talking about him, but what if Morales turned out to be in the Saviors as one of Negan's right-hand men? I mean, they don't have to be 100% the same as the comic books, right?" And I would like that. I think that'd be cool if they could include him back in again, but it just seems like they're not going to. Plus, he was also loyal to Frank Darabont, right? And even though he says he's not dead, that kind of thing, because he's in The Mist also, the actor who plays him. It just seems to me like he's gone for good and we're probably not going to see him again. But I would like it if they would include him. I think it'd be cool to see, and part of Negan's men would fit pretty well if he lost his whole family and stuff, that he would change quite a bit. So that could be a cool transition to see if they're going to do it, but I just don't think they're going to. Next one's from Taryn Chanel. And she says, "Hey, Trev, I was wondering if you're a fan of the X-Files and if you're going to watch review when they bring it back. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. And I'm super excited and nervous to see it return after all the years." So to answer your question, I'm not too into X-Files. When I was younger and stuff used to be on, I remember it was such a hot show when it was on. And I did like it because I find aliens pretty scary. I'm not sure why. They just freak me out. Probably because they're smarter than you and they can kind of do whatever they want to with superior technology and stuff. So they're pretty scary and weird looking and that kind of deal. So I do like X-Files. It is pretty scary for me, but I'm not a huge fan of it to the point where like I rewatch the older episodes and that. But I might check it out if they relaunch it. Maybe just give the first episode a watch or something. And I guess I could review that, but I'm not that into it. And let's do one more. Yeah, this one will be from Justin Reed, and he asked me, "Hey Trev, I've been sub for a couple of years now. I was wondering, do you have any advice for trying to start a YouTube channel? I mostly do skits, challenge videos. Thanks, man. Best of luck." So I'll just make this real quick because I've done stuff like this in the past before. I have a video on my channel on how to be successful on YouTube. I did. It's a long video. It's like over half an hour, and it goes through a lot of details that you can watch if you want, Justin, or anybody else who's interested in starting a channel. Maybe I'll do an updated one now because I've learned a lot since then, and YouTube has changed a lot since I did that video back at my parents' house like over 3 years ago. But basically, if you're committed to it, if you're willing to do it for a long time, if you're willing to put in at least a few years, because in the first year or two, you probably won't get anything. You probably won't get almost anywhere unless you have like a really hit video or something that people are really searching for or really like. Aside from that, you just have to stick to it for a long time and just do the best you can, and don't try to be perfect at the beginning. It takes a long time to kind of get into a rhythm so that you start developing what you're going to do consistently, and people get used to you. That's one other thing too. If people aren't used to you, they don't know you, they're not familiar with you, they may feel like they just don't get it at first, so it could take a little bit of time too. And just do your thing, man. Good luck, and check out the video, like I said, if you want to see that. So that's it for today's Q&A, guys. Keep sending me what you got, because I don't have too much in the way of video topics. I mean, I have a few, but I don't have too many questions left from you guys either. So keep sending me what you got. Of course, a couple weeks coming up for the season of return. Can't wait. Actually, it's still almost 3 weeks, to be honest. But yeah, if you guys like the video, you know what to do. Please thumb it up below. Check out Black Flag. Check out all the good stuff, and write in the comments below. I want to hear what you guys think of that one. And if you like the video, like I said, thumb it up and share, favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again real soon, probably tomorrow or the next day. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace.